Hello and welcome back to another Dev Diary for Cities Skylines 2. Today we have Dev Diary number 10, Game Progression, and this is all about Milestones and Development 3. But without any further ado, let's jump into the video and we will take a look at things together.
City building is a journey led by your creativity and ambition. So the decisions you make along the way reflect who you are. To help you build a city that's true to you, Cities Skylines 2 puts 20 milestones packed with rewards.
Just a quick confirmation of what I said before, that we had 20 milestones and they're all shown in here. You have some bigger milestones to your city. Now, I didn't feel like there is much of a difference between the smaller milestones to these big ones. I think they might just unlock more things or give you more development points, and that might be it. They don't show any other of the smaller ones except for the first. And the first one, obviously, you don't have like a lot in there. It's just the basics for starting the game. But the other ones, they give you more and more as you go towards the megalopolis, more expansion points and more tiles as well, or development points as they call it.
Puts 20 milestones packed with rewards directly in your path. When you unlock a milestone,
this is something that I love. Each milestone, you have this really nice animation. Each one of them has actually a different background there, and by the looks of it, has a different color. And you can see those differences when we go through here. You can see the background here, that they will change according to the milestones you have selected. And this is a very, very minor detail, but I love it. Like I just really, really like it. And tells you what's the milestone that you're achieving, the rewards that you get. You get some money, you have some expansion points, and you have some development points. And you can open your progression panel straight from here, so you can spend those points in there for the expansion. And those are your development 3, by the way.
You're rewarded expansion permits. Expansion permits allow you to quickly add new map tiles to your city. But this isn't just about real estate. Use expansion permits to release tiles with the
I don't know if we have seen this city before, but it's interesting. I like the name, Rectangle. I wonder why, but it's quite an interesting city for several reasons. First, the amount of low density that we have and the spread of some high density buildings around this area. And I just like to see, you can see some the elevation. I think it's the first time in Cities Skylines that I see the elevation actually looking like it's part of the city. It's not getting in the way. Things have like a smoother transition, and it actually adds to the city. I really, really like it. It's nothing like related to the city layout or anything like this. It's just about how the terrain and the city mesh together. I think this is quite cool.
Specific attributes you need to see your plans through. Milestones also reward you with development points. You need development points to add city services, the bedrock of a functioning metropolis. But just adding them isn't enough. The needs of citizens will change as the city expands.
So we'll see quite a lot of these screens for the development 3. And as we mentioned before, you do have this, each service, they have their own development 3 in here. And each one of them, you have those options that you can unlock. As you can see, you have those expansion points. That's not expansion points. I'll have trouble with these, the development points. To expand on these buildings, and the more you go to the right, the more expensive they get as well. But you have some details in here that, for example, when you have a line, that means you have some options to unlock the Large Hadron Collider, you have to unlock the radio telescope or the geological station. But you have those options, and this will enable you to actually focus on what your city needs, and you can build whatever you want in the order you want, as far as you have the development points to unlock these buildings that you want. That's it.
Citizens will change as the city expands, so you'll need to keep developing city services to keep pace. Your development points make it happen. The city services you choose to add, how you develop them, and
this is another good example. Interesting enough, this tells you that to unlock the international airport, you actually need both air and train done. The reason why is because the international airport has integrated train connections as well. So obviously you need air unlocked to have an airport, and then you need train unlocked to have those train connections in there. So this is an example when you need both in there. And yeah, for water, you just need basic transportation. For subway, for example, you will need tram and train, but you don't need any of these other options.
just how advanced you make them all make a big impact on the character of your city.
And this is a very nice example of the airport there with the train line coming into here. And I think this is for cargo, and the runway over here as well. This is a very clean and neat airport.
This is how it works. Each city service has a development tree. The nodes on the development tree are more and more advanced buildings that level up the city service in a specific way.
So just to make it clear, I think I mentioned it wrong at the beginning of the video. I'll try to remember to put a note when I say it. But when you have options like this, you actually need both. It's not that you can do one or the other. I think I got that wrong. I don't know why I said that. It's clear that you need both. The reason is, for example, in here you have large parks, and here you have the sports park. To build a large sport park, you need a large park and sports park. So you need both to unlock that option. So when you have branching like this that goes back into another one, you need both to be unlocked to get in there. I just want to make that clear, because I think I might have got that wrong, and I might have added out or added a note in there, but yeah, that is hopefully clear now.
As you unlock these nodes, that city service becomes more sophisticated and specialized.
This is something that I've noticed, and I think it's very, very little detail, but make a lot of sense. I think this is a homeless person. That might be another one, and even this one might be another one. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you look at their clothes, you see some stains on the clothes in here, and it is almost like a wreck. It's all a lot of holes on the cloth there, and I think this is one of those little details that I don't see very often. On the previous Dev Diary, we've seen that homeless people would usually live in parks, and we are seeing a park in here, so I think that makes sense to see those in there.
Nodes, that city service becomes more sophisticated and specialized. When you first add a city service, you're at the base of the development tree, so you get the basics. Like when you add the city service public transportation, you get buses and taxis. Basic stuff. Spend development points to unlock nodes further along the development tree.
Just another detail that I've seen here is, as you can see, when you unlock these options, you get these green dots in the menu. I know that's nothing new, but I think it's a little bit clearer than it was in Cities Skylines 1 when you unlock new buildings, and I like the color, just saying.
In this case, you might invest in trains to move more people more efficiently. Or you might go in a totally new direction by taking to the skies. It's all up to you. Remember, the further you go along a development tree, the more development points you'll need to cough up. And they don't exactly rain from the sky. You might not add a city service at all, or you might not develop it very much. Others, you'll take all the way. Once you add a city service and unlock nodes on its development tree using development points, it's time to open your wallet. To actually pay for the construction of city service buildings, building extensions, and operational upgrades, you need cash.
So two important things in here. As you can see, you'll need a lot of money to build these buildings. And every milestone you reach, you get some grants. And basically it's just free money that you have. Oh, I just noticed the U-turn sign in here. I haven't seen that before. So that's really nice. But this is really good because these buildings are very, very expensive and it gives you a kind of a boost and a compensation for growing your city as well. Now, to get those points or expansion points or your XP, you can, as you can see here, you have two ways of getting that. I should talk a little bit more about that in the video, but just want to cover this. When you put buildings, service buildings like this, or build roads, you get those points straight away. And when doing a day in your city, you get that naturally with some events that happen, people being happy for having access to certain services and things like that. And I believe she'll say that and you confirm what I'm saying, but I believe you get up to 16 events that gives you experience points every day. So that is building that provides you those progress points or just natural events that happen in your city.
Don't worry, you can cover it with the monetary rewards you get when you unlock each milestone. By now, you're probably asking, how do I unlock milestones? It's all about expansion points, or XP. You'll rack up XP passively and actively. Passive XP are awarded up to 16 times during each in-game day.
There you go.
They're awarded as your city's population and the happiness level of that population increases.
All on the left side here.
That's why smooth-running cities that foster the well-being of citizens make steady progress toward the next milestone. Active XP are doled out right when you make bold investments in your city. Watch them rack up when you plop a signature building or invest in core infrastructure like the city's road network. In Cities Skylines 2, milestone rewards empower you to unleash your creativity and ambition on the path to building a city that only you can.
I love it. I love it. And I think one of the things that I just want to touch base again is how many options you actually have for progression. Take a look at how many opportunities you have in buildings and trees that you have to unlock. For example, on the road service, you have roundabouts, you have road services, highways, large roads, intersections, bridge, parking buildings, and so on. And you have the power plants and water services, and there are so many things that you can unlock, and you can decide where to take your city depending on what you want to build. So I love it. I think this will be a big change on how we play the game and how the city actually progress through time. And I'm really keen on putting my hands on it and actually giving it a try. And I hope you are too, because this is all we have for today. We are getting there. We are very close to the release date, and we do have 3 more Dev Diaries before that. So let me know what you think in the comments, if I missed anything, and if you have any questions, please let me know as well. I'll do my best to try to answer everyone. And consider joining our Discord server, link is in the description, and we can have a chat about this game, other games, and Cities Skylines 1, share our cities and our ideas with the whole community. So for today, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!